Well, it must be Friday because I'm in the car with Greg Varner, owner of Excelsior Vintage, one more time. Seems like at least once a week we get together and do a little wine review. So, Greg, what do we got today?
Well, I brought in a wine from Sardinia because, I've been feeling rough lately, Kevin. It's a bad thing.
Really? What's going on?
I went to the doctor. I told him, I said, I just can't stand the way I look. And the doctor said, "Nurse, don't worry about checking his vision. It's perfect." Oh, that's not... So anyway,
boom, boom.
Yeah, there you go. There's my bad joke of the day. But there's a few zones across the world that you may have read about that some of the people that live in the zones actually have live long lives. One of those zones is Sardinia, which is off the coast of Italy. And they're known for growing a grape called Grenache, which we know here in the United States and France and Italy is Grenache or Grenache.
Oh, okay. I heard that. I haven't heard the other one.
Yeah, Grenache is what the Sardinians call it. And in Sardinia, well, I read the average age of some of the folks there are 100 years old. Grenache has 3 times the antioxidants of other red wines.
Really?
And
Why,
you can
why
check
is
you
that?
can look on check out Dr. Oz. He's actually been raving it up. So I thought that might be my wonder wine to make me feel younger.
Okay.
But I really enjoy the wine, and the Grenache that I brought along today from Sardinia is a wine that's a reserve. So it's aged actually 2 years plus 6 months in oak. So you'll get an oak overtone to it, but it has a beautiful dark ruby color. Has dark cherry notes to it, leathery. You'll have a hint of note coming through it, but really a lot of dark red fruit.
And so, what kind of food would you pair this with?
You know what? It's about the most food-friendly wine that you could pick. Some of the Grenaches from France, and they're incredible as well. And this one, being a reserve, is a little more structured, a little more broad-shouldered. It's not quite as light and jammy as some of the ones that are non-reserves. But even so, about anything you can imagine. A good bolognese sauce for Italian food. If you're a vegetarian, I would do risotto, wild mushroom risotto. You could do sweet potatoes with kale and a balsamic vinegar glaze. I personally had the wine. I stuffed chicken breast with some sausage and served it over a risotto, and I thought it was absolutely perfect.
And you didn't call me for that.
I'm sorry. No, well, my phone ran out of batteries.
Yeah, better luck next time.
This is a recurring theme.
It is a recurring thing. You talk about good food, and I want to come over, and I never get the invite.
Well, we'll do it next week.
Okay, that sounds good.
We'll take pictures. Bring the cameras.
Okay. Anything else we need to know about this wine?
Other than almost a perfect pair, and it's reasonably priced. It sells for $14 a bottle, and I believe it is an incredible value at that price.
Okay.
For the age and the structure of the product and how absolutely food friendly it is.
Wonderful.
Anything on the grill for the summertime would be absolutely perfect.
So then my final question always is, if this wine were a person, who would it be?
Well, I'm going to think about that one. I would have to imagine probably Errol Flynn.
Errol Flynn?
No, I have to think Errol Flynn for this one.
How old are you?
I've been drinking this wine and I'm 103. I would say Errol Flynn because, it's European in character. And I think it's a swashbuckling red wine.
A swashbuckling?
And a rascal of the vineyard.
I love that. Well, we'll have to head back and I'll have to take a bottle. And once again, thanks for your time, Greg. Greg Varner, Excelsior Vintage, wine and beer and cigars and everything right on Highway 7 in downtown Excelsior.
And what do we say to conclude?
No,
I asked you.
And as always, let's be better today.
Let's be better today.
Thanks, Greg.
Yeah, you bet, Kevin.